I would suspect. I suspect you.
Oh, sorry. I did the high grade one. Sorry.
That's standard.
Oh, I wrote it down wrong.
Yes,
Sorry.
I was telling you, wrote it down.
Disregard that.
Okay, so do we all know how we got that? This means yes. This means no. Mr. Musgrave, your head did not move.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Taylor, how about high grade?
We're going to times it by 132,000.
Okay, I like it. And then what?
And that's going to equal
$41,560. Okay. So did we do this right? Scott?
Talking about this,
And what are you saying?
about these numbers, and we don't finish them.
Oh, okay. Does Tony not know?
No, I'm clear. If I had shown up this point, I was
Nick, did we do this right? How do you know? You should be able to, which suggests that you have not yet. Is that a correct statement?
It's because we had to round off those threes, isn't it? Because it's
Yes.
23 million, whatever.
Remember 33333333333.
Just a little bit.
Yes, so because of the rounding, it is going to be off a little bit, but what should it add up to in theory, Nick? $880,000. Okay? So far so good? Piece of cake walk in the park. Easy as falling off a log, right? Are we done? That's letter A, right? Yes, ma'am.
Is that, I mean, that's not ABC costing, right?
No, it is not.
Okay, that's fine.
Part 2 is not ABC costing. Part 2 is the old way.
Okay.
So we have not seen ABC yet. And how did she know? How many PDRs? One. Therefore, this isn't activity-based costing. This is not what Perry Mason told us about. This is stuff we already know how to do. Okay? So far so good? Mr. Waller?
Yes.
Because your head was actually moving like this when I asked you the question.
It has nothing to do with you, I promise.
Nathan, are we done? We've answered 2A, I do believe, correct? Have we answered 2B? You don't think so? What's 2B ask us for? The total cost per unit produced for each product. Tony, how do you think we're going to get there from here? We were just reading 2B. Don't let Scott there distract you too much. 2B. You see 2B?
Yes, it.
Awesome. What's it say?
What would the total cost per unit produced be for each product?
Yes, and so I asked you the question, how do we get there from here?
Would you take PDOR times the cost driver, maybe?
We've done that already. Right? Twice.
We did?
Yes, that is how we got the standard and high grade cost.
Multiply PDOR times
By the cost driver. Oh, by the cost. Oh, no. No. Save that thought for 1A. Okay. Yes, that's when we'll use it. Okay, we'll use the cost drivers in 1A. Josh, can you help him out?
Yeah, I can. You just want to take the total manufacturer's overhead that you apply to either the standard or high grade set and then divide it by the number that we produced, which is given in the second paragraph of the problem.
Ooh, you've got a very good thought,
I do?
but you've jumped ahead just a little bit.
Oh.
Because you've jumped ahead a little bit. So it's a very good thought. So like Tony, hang on to that thought. We'll use it just a little bit.
Okay.
What are we missing? Why am I suggesting that you're maybe a little too early?
Labor and direct materials.
Just the direct materials?
And this other stuff.
And this other stuff, which is highly technical accounting lingo.
It is.
What other stuff do we need to add in, Tyler? If we want, because we're after total cost, are we not? We want total cost. Is the total cost of Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. This is going to be fun. I mean, it's kind of telegraphed, but is the total cost of the table just the manufacturing overhead costs?
No.
Mr. Ward, what are we missing?
Direct materials and direct labor.
Direct materials and direct labor, okay? And so remember, the total cost is more than just manufacturing overhead. It's other stuff too, and I need to get this back up so I don't hurt myself. Okay, so we need direct materials, direct labor, and then we can add it up to total cost. And then, Mr. Waller, we can use your method to calculate the cost per unit, okay? And so here we just need to write down some numbers, right? Copy and paste. Although let me do this. I'm going to flip-flop these and put them in the same order as they are in the... It's not the same order as my T accounts that I would normally kind of do, but it is at least in the same order as the materials presented in the table. Right, so do you mind if I just copy it down? Or should I have TJ? What is direct labor for the standard? 300 and how many 8,000?
48.
$48,000. Denise, how about for high grade? $132,000. TJ didn't say dollars, did he? TJ, did you say dollars? Okay. Adam, how about direct materials for the standard? $250,000. Sadie, how much for the high grade? $228,000. And then we've got total cost. Laura, do you have those all added up already?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's standard?
$1,234,840.
Beautiful. Okay. Samantha, do you have the other one added up?
Working on it.
She's working on it. If Dr. Fessler, if you would stop interrupting, I could learn more.
$601,000 or $601,560.
Yes, I can't talk today. Yep.
Okay. And now, Mr. Waller, we can do your method. How many of each are there? 320,000 of these, right, Christy?
Yep.
And then Victoria, how many of the high grade? Thank you. 100,000. Alex, do you have the math yet for the standard?
3.86.
Works for me. 3.86. And me, because I'm feeling just incredibly generous, you know, I'll help you all out with this one. And I did it in my head even. And have you ever been in a class where somebody pulled out a calculator to multiply a number by 100? I have.
I've done it.
Sometimes you just see the big numbers.
You just, okay? So this now is the answer to 2B. Okay, this is the answer to 2B, as in boy.